Hi, my name is Mike, and this video is all about the restoration of my 1940 Ford pickup truck. What you can see in this video is the real reason why I took it apart. This truck's been in my family for about 20 years. My grandpa originally bought it out of a field next to his house and restored the motor and the tranny and a little bit of the interior and basically scraped the body down to nothing and drove it around in primer for years and years. But it never really got any real work to the chassis. And I inherited the vehicle a number of years ago, and I had been driving it. I'd put concrete in this thing, I hauled wood in it, I drove it to work every once in a while. I was having fun with it. And I always knew that the more I drove it, the more it started to rattle and not take bumps. And one day I decided to crawl underneath it, and I found some pretty serious rust damage in the back of the truck. So I decided to take the body off and do a restoration of the chassis. It's probably going to turn into much more. I'm probably going to wind up painting it. Who knows what else. But I am planning to try and keep it as correct as I can. So here it is. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. So what's going on here is we've got an outer frame rail, we've got an inner frame rail, and it is starting to rust. Well, not starting to, has rusted in between. And this is really, really hard, but actually kind of flakes off okay. And it exists on the passenger side through to about right around here in the front of the shock mount. And then on the driver's side, the back of the frame's actually okay. Actually clear in between those two panels. But back where we get into the shock mount, again, it's under there. It's very hard, but it is rust. You can see it's put so much pressure on this plate, it's actually split it. And it goes all the way through up until about halfway through that cross member. You can actually see when you look from the top on this frame rail that there's so much in there that it's actually starting to make it bulge outward. Well, most of this should be flat. So we're gonna have to cut the outside rail off of this and clean it out. Now the driver's inner rail here isn't horrific, but it does have some rust spots. There's some more of that. That's just dirt I can handle. And then the passenger rail appears to have had a couple of patch panels put in it from another truck. So you can see they didn't even weld it all the way across. Another weld on here. And then this the muffler bracket or tailpipe bracket, that's basically pulling through. And then looks like they did another patch starting here. Didn't weld it, that's probably the end of it right here. So we'll be doing a lot of cleanup here.